Hello and welcome to this last episode in this mini-series on looking at the additional productions on erShaba's map, the old farm countryside. Well, we're having a look at dairy products today, or dairy productions, additional dairy productions, and we've just collected some milk from the sheep farm. Now there are two sheep farms on the map. The milk producing sheep farm is the lower one. So here we are, having collected the milk, and we're up at the dairy processing plant. This is where you put the sugar in for those productions that need sugar, chocolate, etc. Right, there's the main production dairy. This is where the milk goes in. Now the board over there only shows cow's milk, but it does take sheep milk as well. And then across the way here, to the right hand side of this barn is where you offload your pallets. So this is another production that does need pallets. And this is where the finished product should spawn. I say should because there's a problem with that. Well, I've experienced a problem. I have sent a message to erShaba on his Facebook linked email. Haven't had any response yet. Now, the other thing that you need to be careful with this dairy production is that there are actually two dairies on here. And as you come into the dairy, if you go to the left, so if you're coming in that gate and you go to the left, there's a dairy and an offload point which shows both sheep milk and cow's milk. And if you do like I did the first time and drop off sheep milk there, you'll simply get paid for it. So it's not part of the production. So just be careful. This milk point does take both cow and sheep's milk. So here we go, there's the sheep milk production. So we've got some sheep milk in there, and you can see that we've already produced some sheep cheese, which technically should be in the, well, there should be some pellets at least in the spawning area, but there's nothing. So I did go up and see if perhaps the door's open. Personally, I think what's happened here is that this trigger point is just reversed. So I think the pellets are most probably spawning inside this building, because a lot of the trigger points, the pellets sort of tend to be towards the back of the trigger point. Right, this is another new production for UHT milk. Not sure what UHT stands for. I should have looked it up first, but it's probably ultra high treatment or ultra high temperature. So this makes your long life milk, the type of stuff that you would see in your hotel room in the little capsules and such like. Actually, I quite like it in my coffee. I don't like it on my cereals and that type of stuff, but I do quite like it in there. Once again, as in the pistachio oil production center, the entrance or the offload point is inside the building, and it is a little bit tight, but I have found that the in-game milk trailer, with a bit of maneuvering, a bit of accurate driving, not that it's been that accurate in this side. When I was practicing it, went in first time, you can reach the trigger, so you don't need to get any special trailers. You can use the in-game milk trailer, the small one at least. Pretty sure the big one won't. You don't need a lot, it only takes 6,000 litres, so this little Joskin trailer can quite easily fill it. And like the pistachio oil, you need a special container, which you get in the shop. I didn't show that in the last one, but if you go into the shop, you can select for the different types of product that can go in there. So pistachio oil or UHT. So just make sure you choose the right ones. So I just bought the low bed trailer just to make loading easy. I bought about 7 of them. I don't think we'll need that many. I think 3 or 4 will be quite sufficient for a day's production. Just depends on how long you're going to keep the milk in there before you collect it. So here we are with the containers back up at the UHT production facility. Just take a couple of these inside. Oops, straight in the door. Right, and then as with the pistachio oil, the UHT is in bottles, which need to be individually loaded. And if you get yourself in a nice position, you can do it fairly quickly. I didn't spend a lot of time looking to see if there was a quicker way to do that. There might be. If you found a quicker way of loading these, please drop me a note in the comments, or just mention it in the comments so that everybody watching this can just check up in the comments and see what that is. So this is the last one. So we've got 2 full crates and a third of a crate, I would say. We'll just get those loaded up and we'll go and deliver these to. Now the best price was up at the cheese production factory. Now I did take it up there the first time and I couldn't offload it, so I took it all the way down to the distribution center, and I found out that you need to remove it off the trailer and then hold it in the trigger area. So I just came back up to the dairy production area just to check it out, and it did work there, but you do need to hold it off the ground. Yeah, my confidence is quite low on this dairy production facility, unfortunately. So I think that hopefully erShaba knows about it, and hopefully there'll be a update. The other production which is worth mentioning is the Parmesan production. Same type of production facility. You need to offload inside the production facility. The Parmesan is on the tables. There is a different container for you to put the Parmesan cheese into, which is also in the shop under containers. And you'll notice as you put it in, the Parmesan gets labelled as well. Nice little feature. This I found can be picked up by hand. I do have the liftable pallets modelled on, so I'm not sure whether you can or can't do that without that, but yeah, so with the liftable pallet mod on, you can pick it up. Let's get this pesky chair out of the way. So that was about 4,000 litres worth of milk, gave us about 320 kilograms of cheese, and we'll just get this loaded onto the trailer at the outside. And there you can see, really good price, between 30 odd and 40 odd thousands euros per 1,000 kilograms. So really worthwhile. That I would think that's probably one of the best money spinners on this map. So just for ease of everything. I've just taken it down to the distribution center. We'll just go and offload that there. And once that's offloaded, that'll be the end of this episode and the end of this series. I do hope that you found it beneficial, that you've learned a little bit. There are other productions, there's melons, there's quite a few other smaller productions that are on the map, but these are the ones that I found most interesting. Thank you and cheerio.